Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got
Kyle McIntyre.
Oh yeah. It's been a minute.
Sick as fuck. Yeah.
Sorry, we've missed last week, and we were behind on the Patreon. But
we have to apologize for what we are.
We were,
incompetent assholes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's us, dude.
With
all right.
The holiday last week, and then
we apologize to nobody.
Yeah. That, and then Kyle was sick and scheduling and stuff like that. We just couldn't make it. Couldn't make it work. But Kyle's, he's pulling through. He's still a little,
Oh, I know it'll fix me right up. No, I'm not gonna drink.
Down with the sickness.
A full Miller right there.
But
yeah, I've been a little sick.
Pulling through for the folks over here.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm keeping it together just for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm here for you.
We'll
say that.
Your Jordan flu game.
I'm here for you and my fans. Like, no, you're not. You're here for a fucking paycheck. Just like when I show up for work.
Yeah. I'm not there for
dumb bitch.
I'm not there for the customers that come in. Like, I couldn't.
You're what keeps me going. No.
Give less of a shit about the customer that comes in.
Yeah.
Why? I'm trying to do a good job, so I keep my job.
Yeah. No more, no less.
But, anyways, Kyle, what's new in your world? What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good?
I got a couple new things.
I got sick.
I talked a little bit about them on, Patreon.
Yeah.
Black Friday deals, you know what I'm saying? I don't ever buy stuff to wrap up or like, all right.
For gifts.
Or like, I totally bought stuff for me.
Yeah.
Totally like selfish.
Yeah. There's a good amount of stuff that I keep seeing. I'm like, oh, I should do that. And I'm like, none of them are gifts for other people, just for me.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, oh, that person that I know was talking about this. Now it's on sale. I should get it. It's like, no, that's mine.
Yeah. Or like, for me, well, I know you're talking about your what's new, but I'm like, your family, do you guys like tell each other what you want for Christmas or birthdays or whatever? Like, hey, I want this, and even just to the point where you're sending them a link.
No,
is that trashy? That's what my family does. All of us.
I guess like if I lived in the same area as my mom or my brother and sister or whatever. Like direct area, I'd probably see them more often. It's probably talk about that kind of stuff. But usually I just get stuff from my mom.
No, it's
she just gets me something.
It's all over text too. With like my sister, I'm like, I'll even just like, my younger sister's like, oh, Nicole wants this. I'm like, okay, I'll just give you money. Can you buy it? Yeah, I'll do it. And that's how like I gave you something. Be happy. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Put my name on the fucking card.
Yeah.
You're not going to contribute any money.
And then even just...
You just see it. You see the card on the table. You're like, oh, fuck, put my name on that.
Yeah. Like my younger sister. She's like, oh, this is what I want for Christmas. I'm like, okay. Act surprised when I give it to you. Or
you was it the wedding trick? You trade the note? Mm-hmm. The notes on, you see someone else with a bigger box. You just take yours and you put the note.
But... Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of a little bit better. Not that it really matters. Better than just getting your like family member cash,
Yeah.
Oh, cash is king.
Yeah, cash is pretty nice.
But even it's got to a point. Even my dad will tell me what he wants. Oh, you can give me this. Or what about this? You can give me that. Well, like before, like maybe like 10 years, 5 years.
He was
ago,
an enigma.
Yeah, you didn't know what to get him, so you're just kind of always guessing. Like, hopefully he likes this.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Drawstring pants, shorts again.
And then DVD.
I mean, I'm gonna wear them.
DVD collection of something, but they're phasing DVDs out. So I'm like, oh shit, what to get him? Anyways, but he's like, he'll even just tell us what he wants. I'm like, this is great. So his sister's nice, stuff like that. But
nice.
I don't know if that was. I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, that's so normal for me. But people are like, it's kind of. I mean, it's fine, but it's like, don't you want to like get like know somebody and get them something that they would want? I'm like. More work I gotta do.
Yeah.
Always something.
Anyways, I mean, I always know what I want.
Yeah. But yeah,
so when I get it, I'm like
a
a viper. When I see it, I get it. I had to go for it. I got a new monitor.
Yeah.
For here. So, and I wasn't like actually, it wasn't like looking out for it, or I'm like, oh, that's a really good deal or whatever for an LG 32-inch monitor. Had a really good refresh rate, or had okay refresh rate with like a good, I guess frames per second.
Yeah.
It was like 165, whatever. I got one from Walmart, so it's a secret where you can get this thing.
Yeah.
And
how many?
So I'm like, okay, well,
how many people did you have to crawl over in the mob?
Yeah, I
to get
fucking beat so many old women getting in here.
Knock them over.
Not beat them. I just beat them to it.
Yeah.
I'm just fast.
And then you take
fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy. And you get the monitor because old grandma there.
And it's like Doom. I'm like crawling to the top.
Yeah.
I'm like the Doom image where like all the demons are like crawling up, and I'm just like with my monitor in the box.
You had to beat her to it because Estelle was going for that LG gaming monitor, so you had to beat her to it.
Yeah.
She couldn't keep up. She's not
she
this
heard
kid.
GTA 6 is coming out. She had to fucking get set.
She's like, I need the fucking refresh rate on here.
Yeah.
And then after you took the monitor victory lap, you'd run back to her cart, steal the TIS out of her cart, and be like, thanks.
Yeah.
I was gonna be hungry.
Well, she hasn't bought it yet, so it's not really hers.
Store's property. Yeah.
So, no, actually, I went. It was on Black Friday. I was sick as a dog. Of course, should go out in public and spread.
Yeah.
Spread the good, spread the cheer.
Spread the good word.
Yeah. So I think I was sleeping forever that day too. I woke up. I'm like, feeling like shit.
Did you wake up like the intention, like I need to go to Walmart for deals, or just like you went with your wife
I think
or something?
No, I woke up and was like, it was Friday. I had I didn't have anything to do. Well, I should say I don't want to say I was sick because I was supposed to be working. But wait a minute, back it up. I was on call. Had no calls coming in, so I was sick and I was still clocked in. Whatever. I'm incriminating myself right now, but didn't have anything to do. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I went there after not having any work, and they had like 2 monitors left on the floor.
Yeah.
And they had like the space that it was in, which it was marked. I was like, fuck, there's nothing there. And I turned around, and underneath like the tables behind me where they have like the computer set up and everything, like for the demo computers, they were under there and they were labeled. I'm like, oh shit, I still got them. I'm like, I probably should get 2. I'm like, no, just get 1.
Yeah.
It was like 169. I'm like, I don't want to push it.
Bad at all.
Just want a new monitor.
Yeah, my monitor, I think it was like 470. And it's 27 inch. And then also, I guess it's what? I think 60 frames per second refresh rate or whatever. It's not good.
Really?
It's not a gaming one. I remember you went over it, looking over the specs. You're like, oh, God. Probably need to get a
Jesus, what'd you pay for this bitch?
And I'm like,
who knows?
It's good.
I'll probably have a dead fucking pixel row here soon in a couple of days. So, and you'll be like, oh, look what you got here. And then I'll remind you that you had the same thing.
Yeah, no. Ever since they repaired it, it's been fine. So it's coming on 4 years now. So,
okay.
Hey.
Yeah. So far it's fine. I noticed it's not as bright, it's not as bright as my other monitor, but I'm like, that's probably good for my eyes. I'm not like, wearing shades.
Yeah.
So, which I'm sure could be adjusted too, but
there's different like palettes or what, I don't know what you call it. Different things that you can change on mine.
Different presets.
Mm-hmm.
And so for now, it's working pretty good. I wanted to do some more to change up, but like certain things need to stay on the desk.
Yeah.
Like the monitors, unless I figure out how to mount them on the wall or put them on a stand, but I don't, That's another thing you probably need to update is some asshole gave me these for free. I need to pay now for some really good monitors. Now, these are fine. They actually sound okay.
Mm-hmm.
They sound good.
I was going to say, nice eventually, I want to upgrade my monitors.
Oh,
and I can send you
I just
mine.
wait. I just wait long enough
for whenever I upgrade mine. I want the, I think the Atom, I think A5s. So they're discontinued Atom Audios, but I've seen them for around maybe used anywhere from like $750 to $1,000.
Dang.
They're supposed to be really nice. And then one thing that I do really like about them that I can't see anywhere else. So I'm like, this is one of the big selling points. They have the power switch on the front.
Oh, yeah. Who cares?
And they have the controls on the front. I'm like, yeah, but I like to, I don't know. You don't think that's, okay. Well, yeah, I guess it's not a big deal.
I get it. I get it.
Whatever.
Which ones are they?
I don't know. I have it saved on my Reverb, and they're discontinued.
Okay.
A5s or something like that. 5-inch speakers. So it's not going to be a difference in footprint size or anything like that. So we have these Soundrise Pro stands, which they're meant for 5-inch monitors, but the owner,
I'll go 6.
He's gone. He's like, well, you can put 8-inch monitors on here. It's not going to bend them and fuck them up. It's just going to be like it's meant for smaller ones. Like, but if you have a fucking 8-inch speaker, it's fine. So, but I think that
they're nice, and they keep it exactly where you want them.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. You don't have to do a shelf or anything.
Yeah. But if you're going to upgrade your monitors, because those are probably, I think, 3.5-inch drivers or speakers on those. The smaller guys. Fostex, it kind of came with like an M-Box pack or whatever back in the day when I bought it. We're fine. I would probably go 5s. Go Yamaha H5s or HS5s. They're great. Or the Rocket ones or KRK Rocket 5s are good. So you'll probably notice like definitely a bigger, like more bass response if you get bigger monitors.
Yeah.
Sound monitors.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed is the bass on those suck. I have to like go to my headphones.
Mm-hmm. It's really boxy kind of sounding because they're small.
Yeah.
But anyways, so that's cool. Getting some of those Black Friday deals. I know I'm seeing a lot of them. It's like for plugins and cables and shit like that. That I'm like, oh, that'd be nice to have. I'm like, yeah, because I was looking at Rattlesnake cables for a nice in-ear monitor cable.
Yeah,
because I just have these cheap Guitar Center branded ones. For in-ear monitor or extension headphone cable, and they've been fine. But before they were breaking, like you'd look at them and they'd break, stop working. So I'm like, oh, if I got a nice from a nicer company like Rattlesnake or something like that, so where it's like more of a robust cable. And I'm like, oh, they have a Black Friday sale going on. I'm like, I don't need it right now. I can get it.
Yeah, that's later. The problem. Is it's like
get all the stuff.
There's other things you want to get.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And then there's the Nintendo eShop, and I'm like, oh, they have all these games on sale. I'm like, you have like 12 that you haven't played yet, and right now you're playing just Mario RPG, which is cool, by the way. Got that game, the Mario RPG, like remake or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just like, because I've beaten that game so many times, I'm doing it again and just breezing through it. I'm like, man, I'm so good. A children's game that I've played now the 8th time.
When did the original come out?
96.
Oh shit!
It's one of the last games on SNES.
Damn.
And easily one of my favorite games. Top 3 for sure, if not number 1.
Damn.
I remember my dad got it for me for my birthday, and he just knew like, oh, they have a Nintendo. He likes Mario. Here's a new one. And he bought it for me for my birthday. I got it. I'm like, I remember playing it. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on, but I love it because it was like it's an RPG, so it's like
so it's a new style to you. It's a new style, like turn-based, right?
Not just like
sure,
yeah. And then my dad's like, oh, you got your new game, and he's sitting and he was gonna like, it's not like Super Mario World. He's like, what is this game? And he's just like,
he's watching you play it. Like,
he's like, there's a lot of
as fuck
reading, and then you're doing this, and then it's like you're talking to people. Like, okay, like. Game's boring. All right, have fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
I'm gonna go watch Bob Vila.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
This old house.
This old house. Never.
I'm a this old house this fucking weekend hard as hell.
I'll have a screaming Coca-Cola classic.
Yeah. Have a fucking Pacifico and just crash out.
Yeah. But anyways, so favorite game as a kid and now as an adult. But anyways, I was just seeing on their eShop and like, oh, these games like half off or whatever. I'm like, I should buy this. I'd save money if I bought. I'm like,
yeah. Well, the Steam shop doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We're having what's it? The autumn blowout. Mm-hmm. It's autumn sale or whatever.
Yeah. And that's just a Black Friday sale.
I bought some games. So
you should buy Nier Automata. It's a good game.
No, I'm not gonna fucking play.
It's a good ass game.
Stupid.
It's not an RPG.
I totally launched the game right now too. I didn't mean to. Hold on.
See if it fucks up the recording.
It might. We'll close it though. All right, we're good. All right, damn, cool. I clicked it just to like look at the icon or whatever. I actually clicked it. I moved over it and I clicked it. Anyways, I got this game.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say it right. Asanzo, I think it is. Asanzo. It's a first person shooter game. World War I, which I love that era. I've talked about like Battlefield 1. That game is like awesome. This is like way more difficult, but it takes place obviously the same war.
Yeah.
And it's all like Italian Alps and like you're on like literally like cliff sides shooting down or shooting at people, and you're using bolt action rifles, and it's tough.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking tough. And it's frustrating because like you have to, you there's like 6 shots or 5 or 6 shots in a gun, and then you have to reload. If you don't hold the button down for reloading long enough, it will stop reloading. You have to like hold it down.
Yeah.
You can't run or sprint or do anything crazy. You can walk while reloading, but if you don't wait for like the final movement, like hand movement, your gun won't work when you go to fire. So it's like, oh, someone pops up while you're reloading. Fuck, you go pull up. Oh, well, guess what? You didn't manipulate the bolt all the way forward and lock it into place. Yeah. You click, fuck, and then dude, it sucks. You just get dropped. You're like, oh, cool. Yeah, it's a little frustrating, but it is fun. Carrie's probably like, hearing me curse and stuff. Well, what the fuck? I thought I loaded that thing right.
You having fun?
Yeah.
This game's a lot of fun, actually. I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, you're saying it's fun. You don't sound like you're having fun. No, so
yeah,
it's definitely it is fun. It is rewarding when you get a shot in, and when you can freaking chain shots because you got people in trenches. She's like, bam. Another guy comes around the corner.
Yeah,
bam.
Yeah.
Another guy comes around the corner. You're like, bam. You're just like, hell yeah. I'm fucking like, I'm awesome. And then you're like, oh, now I got to reload, which takes forever.
Yeah, I'm not super up on history and stuff like that. I have watched a couple documentaries, but just like the idea of like World War I was kind of like a mix of like old, like kind of older battles, like in tactics, and then new shit, more modern warfare. Kind of like when they came out with tanks, they're like, what the fuck are these? There are people still on horses and shit. Like,
it's a different time. It's like it's crazy to think like, technology. It's when technology started, or at least like stuff that we still use even today. Yeah, they started using in World War I. Like tanks, like you said, bullets that are encased in one sleeve, not where you have to like muzzle load with your powder. You do a wad of cotton, and then you do then the bullet, and you got to ram it all down there, and then you got to light your match, and then you got to shoot it. It's like everything was in one cartridge. Yeah, and you could just load it straight into a gun, and then manipulate the bolt. And they had these in other wars, but this is where it was basically everyone had the same technology when it came to that, I guess.
Yeah.
And and it was the end of all these kingdoms. Yeah. Which is crazy. You had like, Austro-Hungarian Empire. You had all these crazy empires that completely, after that war, they're gone.
Yeah. Watching
reduced. Go ahead.
I watched that new movie, Napoleon.
Yeah. How was that?
It was good. It was actually like 2.5 hours, but it actually kind of flew by. The train says,
nice.
Is it Ridley Scott is the director?
Yeah,
he's good at pacing a movie, so it's fast.
So you don't feel like, there's no lulls. It's just kind of like
it's going between like battle scenes to some political, shit going on, and then to his personal romance life and stuff like that. And it's a fun movie. Good movie.
Is this about his whole life? Do you like get to the
pretty much
Waterloo?
I think the beginning of the French Revolution to like when he died.
Okay.
So
where he was exiled and everything. And
and then going into kind of showing the different battles and shit like that. And there's like some of it's like, oh, that's intense. Just like cannons, where it's like a ball just blast.
Yeah.
And it shows like, like
the damage.
Damage like a cannon hit like a horse, and it just like showing like I guess like
blows up.
Yeah, no, it's still together, but it's like because the cannonball gets in the horse, and the horse just like, but it's just like spray of like. That's so brutal. What a brutal way to go. And people just getting just like bayonet stabs and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was like at the end of 1700s, early 1800s kind of deal, like how they would battle and shit like that. I'm like, good God. Imagine going out like that.
That's crazy. Yeah, those cannonballs. I don't know if you've ever seen
hit with a cannonball.
The Patriot. I think it's the Patriot, where like the cannonball, they shoot it and it rolls on the ground. Like it's rolling, but really fast. And it takes out like 4 dudes' legs. Ugh. Just like, you're like, oh, holy shit. As a child, you're like, why am I watching this? Oh my God.
Just how like brutal, like old.
Yeah.
Like old
we weren't allowed
battles.
to watch like, racy, anything to do with like sex or whatever as a child. We were allowed to watch like war movies, I guess. So like I watched Saving Private Ryan. We weren't allowed to watch rated R movies, but if it was like a war movie, where it was like strictly war, like there's no real anything, it's not like, oh, we're at war, but let's have a sexy sex scene right here. Then none of those. But I watched The Patriot. Patriot's pretty brutal, where he just like keeps hacking people to death and they're just covered in blood. You're like, sick.
It was like in the not spoilers, I guess, in the Napoleon movie, it shows like him just getting after it with his wife.
I'm sure.
He just has sex. It's not, you don't see anything because they're fully clothed, so they have sex. It's like they're like 25 seconds of jackhammering and then done, and you're like, he's like,
I'm going back to war.
He's like, give me a son. And then he goes,
Jesus Christ!
Goes off. And I'm like, I need to give her the Napoleon. That's the new move. It's just
the Napoleon.
You just jackhammer a chick.
Jesus Christ.
Toss a batch and then you leave.
God.
And I'm like,
give me the Napoleon. You think it's Napoleon Dynamite? No. But Napoleon Bonaparte.
But Train and I were in the theater. We both just started laughing at that part. And nobody thought it was funny. And we're like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, because we're 35 years old and we're still immature.
Yeah.
Still think like farting, burping, primo comedy. A podcast I listened to wasn't supposed to be part of the like jokes or anything. Like somebody's trying to tell a funny story and one of the guys is just like just burping. He's like, oh man, I had a fish burrito and it's he's just burping. There's like somebody cut it up. He's like 10 times he burps really loud. But he on the video he's like, oh, I'm gonna cover my mic. You're not gonna be able to hear it. He goes like, and it just echoes in the room. It's like, and to me, I'm like, that was the funniest part of the podcast. None of the jokes or bits. It's just him burping like an animal.
Damn.
And I'm like, yeah, it just shows my stupid humor. Burps and farts are funny. And then Napoleon just jackhammering his wife on the,
but
and then putting his hat back on.
Did you learn anything though from that fucking movie except for jackhammering?
Yeah. No, it was, to me, I know very little about that part of history, and it was, I mean, I think there's some inaccuracies that people complain about in that movie. Yeah. Like, there's a part, spoiler, it's like Napoleon didn't, like, shoot cannons and blow up the pyramids to win like a war. But you know, it's a movie. But it's also like, yeah, kind of just his character really developed a lot in that movie through different aspects and you know, different battles, like I said, and then things politically going on, and then him and his relationships. So like, yeah, I highly recommend it if you see it, you know, in theaters around your, you know, your hood over there. I would say check that out, or Killers of the Flower Moon. That was also good. So if you're looking for a movie night,
I'll check it out.
Yeah, that train's taking me to movies that I wouldn't see. So
he's taking me out tonight.
Yeah, or it's like he's like, hey, you know, I don't know, something. I'm like, yeah, Miles Morales Spider-Man. I'm all game. I already bought the tickets, baby. We're going. Whereas like Martin Scorsese, I'm like, I don't know. And it's like, and I watch it and enjoy it. So yeah, seeing more films here. I feel like we're goddamn Siskel and Ebert here.
You have to think of a rating system.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that sounds I like those kinds of movies, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a topic that would be interesting to me.
Yeah, I'd highly recommend.
Yeah, but you know, I got that game that it's, I don't know how accurate it is, but it's like it has individual battles, and then there's like 3 of these battles over like a certain plot of land, which I'm guessing, you know, they did their best to map out this land and stuff and how it used to look and stuff through these old villages, and it's pretty interesting. It is a tough game. It is very tough. Yeah. Like I said, but it's rewarding when you get that like you see someone in the distance, you don't have any scope, you have just iron sights, and you're like, all right, fuck you. Bam. You're like, got him. It's like, you know, you can shoot these guys almost anywhere and they drop because it's like realistic.
Yeah.
So not, you know, legs, you know, whatever. You can, not legs and arms and stuff, but like head, torso, done. Drop these guys. And they drop like a sack of potatoes, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I did get a couple other things, I guess. I got a gun vise, which is, you know, it's like a piece of plastic that has these things that can hold on to your, like a bolt action gun, so you can put it in there to clamp it in place so you can work on things, because it's tough to set it on a flat surface and try and work on something that's supposed to be, you know, it's best when the gun is like straight up and down on some of these parts you're trying to do.
Like in shooting,
change out a trigger system, or you know, just working on cleaning. Even you can mount it in there and spray it down and not worry about like there's also a tray underneath it for parts under, and you can catch grease and stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can spray your shit in there and have it drip down and not have to worry about it dripping onto anything. That was good. I got Cabela's.
There you go.
Got for like $50 when they're, you know, normally like $100 and some bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I did a couple add-ons too, so you can you put different guns into it and clamp them in. So I got some just little upgrades to it, which probably nullified the actual savings of if I just bought the, you know, but whatever.
Yeah, you get more shit.
It worked out.
More, you know, bouncing out there.
Let's see. And when I was at Cabela's, I did not get the fucking pouch of Jelly Bellies, the Dr. Pepper Jelly Bellies.
Showing restraint.
I was with a coworker. I'm like, these are the most dangerous things in this whole fucking store. They have guns and stuff. It's like, this right here. This probably kills more people. This would do diabetes.
Yeah.
Damn. Chew it, tuck it in the fucking lip, dude. You're good all day.
Yeah.
Just walking around.
It's your own chew. Teeth just rotting out of your skull.
Oh, God. Your gums just disintegrating.
Yeah.
With that sugar. Yeah. So good, dude.
You're definitely more of a sweet guy than me.
Oh, yeah, dude. Look at me. Obviously. I have a hard time fighting them sweets off.
Mm-hmm.
I did get a new pedal. And hold on, let me do some adjustment here. Got a new pedal, and I put it on a board, so I did a little bit of work on putting it in here. This board is not the final board.
Yeah.
I think I need to get a new board, but here, I'll show you. I just have other shit on it too, but I got my mini board. I got the EHX Oceans 3 Verb, which is the, I think they call it the Pico.
Pico series, yeah, the Nanos.
Yeah, it's part of the Pico series.
Or no, not Nanos, because they named other series Nanos, which are MXR
not
sized.
Yeah, they're not that small.
Because they used to make the big ass fucking ones, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna call these like the Nano series, and then they're like, fuck, mini pedals.
Oh shit, we can make them smaller now.
Shit.
Sorry, I'll show them to you.
Make another Big Muff, but make it smaller, and still sound like shit. Hell yeah.
So, let's see if I can.
That's the mini collection here.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Here, let me get my mic a little closer to me, and so I can show this while I talk. All right, so I have the most recent MXR pedals I got to on here.
Mm-hmm.
So I go from the, let's see, the tuner is the black TC Electronics
Polytune 2, the Noir.
Yeah, and then I go to the Duke of Tone.
Yeah, MXR Duke of Tone.
And then I ran that into the Sugar Drive.
Mm. Yeah.
And then into the Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
And then to the Plexi.
From Wampler.
And then the Plexi Drive, the mini Plexi Drive. And then the mini flanger from Ibanez.
Yeah.
And then mini carbon copy. And then the mini reverb I just got. And it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's an awesome little mini board.
Probably don't need all of those drive pedals on there, but it's cool to kind of mix them around and see what kind of sounds, how, the different. I'll put this down. I'm getting freaking tired.
I always. Yeah.
It's fucking heavy.
But I do like you took my idea too. Not that it's original, but of like having a mini board, but with and it's nothing wrong, but like non like cheap brands. So no Joyos, no Amazon brands and stuff like that. And then you make a mini board out of it. Not that anybody was like, "Are you ready for this challenge? Can you do this?" I'm like, "No, it's something I built up in my head."
Yeah. And I was thinking of using the ISO brick somewhere in there just to say, "Oh, I have a mini power supply too."
Yeah,
but whatever.
Yeah, that's very cool. I bet that sounds rad. I always liked the flanger before drive, but
I'm trying it after and seeing how it sounds. Yeah. What's funny is just about every one of those pedals has a larger companion, actually, which I just realized. Most of those pedals have a larger version of themselves.
Yeah, so you can remake that board.
Except for the Ibanez flanger.
Yeah.
Actually, there might be. I don't know if there is one.
Maybe as you were going over that, I'm like, man, I talk about like, oh, I've sold a lot of my gear. I've, I'm minimalist. Da, 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 da. I have the Ibanez Tube Screamer Mini and the Ibanez Analog Delay Mini, not on a board, in boxes, just on a shelf. I'm like, man, those are Ibanez. They make great mini pedals. I'm like, fuck, disservice.
You need to do a full Ibanez mini board.
I need to make another board. So I already have the mini board. It's all locked and loaded, ready to go. I have what is it? I have my bass board all done, wrapped up. That's my gigging one. I don't think it can get any better. And then I have my PT Junior, like kind of writing board. It's all done, strapped up, locked and loaded. And I'm like, should I just have a board that I just fuck around and find out?
Yeah. This is okay. Here, this is what you need to do. You need to finish out the Ibanez collection. All right, tuner's like $25.
But
I don't want Core 70.
I guess I don't really want like to buy pedals just for the hell of it. I think I want to have a board.
Look,
just.
I don't care what you want.
Shut up.
Shut up. No, all right, whatever. But what you need to do after you get all those onto a board is you need to get the Ibanez Tube Screamer amp. Okay.
Yeah, that does seem pretty sick. Ryan,
there's one locally. Someone's selling one of those here.
Yeah.
I think.
Ryan Burke, 60 Cycle. Shout out.
Yeah.
Number 1 over there. He's done a lot with his channel and his shit like that, but for me, the biggest accomplishment he's done is to get number 1 in Tetris 99 the other day. Steve Rowd tagged me. He's like, I got number 1. I'm like, oh my God. I'm not worthy. Like his channel's is great. The podcast is cooking,
But that's what he's known for to you.
To me, I'm like, oh, those are all cool. Yeah, I like that. But I'm like, whoa. I do like the oh. He got number 1 Tetris 99. I'm like, all right. I respect him.
Yeah. You suck at running a podcast and that game too.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm not as good of a podcaster, YouTuber, or Tetris player. He is senpai.
Yeah.
Anyways, he had the, or still probably does have the Ibanez
TSA 15
head, and I remember him always using that as like a demo pedal platform, and it sounded awesome because it's just like a clean tube, amp, and then
there's one for sale for $475.
That's a little much, a little up there
with the cab.
All right, we're talking, but still. I told you I got my sight off air. I got my sight set on a PV Bandit.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that.
Yeah, I saw that. Watched the video. I always heard about them. I'm like, are these shitty? And I watched a couple of videos. They sound pretty fucking good. You can get one for like under $200. Don't need it, but yeah, that'd be cool. So, anyways, I know you were looking for, but anyways, what are we talking about? So,
you're what's new. I'm done with mine.
Oh, okay. So
that was it.
Yeah. Oh, this one I'm very excited to finally unveil it on the podcast here.
Do it.
So I bought a new guitar after not buying a guitar for. I haven't bought a new guitar in like 3 years. Last one was Equits. Love that guitar. Great guitar. And I've had my eye on this one, I guess, since we played it played a version of it at NAMM 2019. So, I bought a Nutter guitar from Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars. I bought a Astro Captain.
Nice.
There you go. It's hard. I can't do it in the full frame here. I guess if I pull back.
There you go. Bring it back and tip it more.
Yeah.
Or cover your face. We don't want to see that fucking face, dude. Yeah.
Very cool.
Very sick.
Like it's retro style. Almost
describe it for people that are just listening.
I don't know. It's like a lot of angles, I guess.
You're just like words can't describe.
It's like kind of like an is it like Explorer-ish kind of?
Yeah,
shape?
those kind of angles, but
yeah, more 60s retro. I'm thinking Jetsons.
Yeah,
kind of like retro futuristic looking, right? Body,
definitely.
Headstock, you can always go hit or miss with the headstock. This is very cool. Fits that same design, so has like similar kind of angles at the top.
There's people that really overdo headstocks, and you're like, dude, stop it. And that one's like perfect fit for that guitar.
Yeah, I think of the, I guess I got 3 boutique builds nowadays. Got the Matonder bass. That he's doing the headstock, kind of his own take on maybe I want to say kind of elevation. I don't know if that's what he's going for. And then you got the Equits. So they are in the background, so they're not forefront here. And Kevin killing the headstock game over there. So, and then Brian Nutter doing the same. It's so for the viewers, it's a pink sparkle finish here. You got 3 humbuckers, which he has wound himself. So these are Brian Nutter's humbuckers, and there are a ton of switches on this fucking thing. So, got 3 knobs volume and tone knobs here, which are all push pull. And then you have selector switches on each of the pickups. And then you have 2 3-way switches. So one, and they all interact with each other. So it is, and then you got your vibrato here. I can't remember what brand or fee maybe has these commissioned, but kind of a Bigsby-esque looking vibrato.
It looks like, was it the Duesenberg?
That's what it was, right?
Yeah, I think it's the same. From what I remember he mentioned the word, mentioned Duesenberg. Mm-hmm. It might not be made by them, but it's made by someone who either inspired by or who makes them for Duesenberg or something.
Yeah. And then you got
what am I talking about? I don't fucking
locking
know.
Tuners here. Can't go wrong with those.
Nice.
So, very cool guitar.
Even painted neck. That's crazy.
Yeah, painted neck and everything. Yeah, great guitar. We've played his guitars we met Brian, I think 2019, is when we, and then we, hung out again in 2020, and then, everything,
We got to get him on the show, because we tried to do that a while ago, and just scheduling didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. And then, but yeah, I think had this listed on Reverb, so I think this may have been like a demo guitar that he's taken to shows and stuff like that. And then I saw it, I was watching it, and I was like, I wonder if he would do, like, he put it on Reverb, and there's the option to do make offer.
I wonder if I could be a complete asshole.
And I was like,
I wonder how quick I can become an asshole. All right, keep going.
Fast he can be pissed off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just like, hey, well, I mean, give an inch, take a yard. And I was like, I instantly was like, oh my God, can I unsend that? I'm like, oh fuck, I felt like a fucking cunt.
But you fucking drunk? Probably.
May have had a couple.
Hey, I know how to party,
What am I, Mother Teresa? Can I have fun? So, and then he hit me up. He's like, well, no, not for that price, but what about this? So he worked with me on a price that we were both, okay with, and it was good. And I was like, let's do it. Let's make it happen. So, got that. Maybe
now you have more than one pink guitar.
I like that. And it's a very different guitar than all my others. So I will, I kind of mentioned how many switches are on this thing. So other guitars that I have, or that I own, have one pickup in the bridge and then a volume. That's it.
Yeah.
That's four of my...
You probably don't even need a volume, actually.
No.
Just get rid of it.
Just
hardwire it to the jack.
Equitz has an on and off switch, which that probably should have been the only thing on there. But like having a volume, I guess you can roll down and actually get some pretty cool tones having the volume rolled back. There's the Gun Street harness in there that helps with the volume tone roll off. So even though it's just a one pickup, the Equitz is also pretty versatile over there. But I'm just not used to all the buttons and switches and the knobs and the like pull switches and all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God. So I mentioned all the things on here. So let me grab the guitar again. So I'm gonna read what Brian sent me, and this has been like a screenshot and my cheat sheet for this guitar.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's see this.
The slide switches, so here under each pickup, are phase switches for each pickup. So you can have things in and out of phase for each humbucker. All the pots are push-pull, and they cut the coil for each humbucker. So they go in row. So volume, so this is push-pull for the neck, push-pull for the middle pickup, push-pull for the bridge. And then, let's see, the top toggle, so controls the bridge and neck pickups. So in the middle, you have both neck and bridge on. Up, you have just the neck. Down, you have just the bridge. And then the bottom toggle activates the middle pickup. So if the switch is up, the middle pickup is off. So it's out of the circuit. So it turns it into a 2 humbucker, neck and bridge. So kind of what he says basically makes it like the Gibson Explorer. And then with the bottom toggle in the middle, it turns that middle pickup on with whatever position you have the top switch. So if you have just the neck on, and then you can add the middle. Or bridge, you can add the middle. Or if you have all 3 on, add the middle. Or both of them on, add the middle, all 3.
Gotcha.
And then, and then if it's down, like you click this bottom switch, click it down, it's middle only. So it cuts the other ones out. And then, let's see. And then, oh yeah, if the pickup is cut, the phase switch will select what coil the humbucker gets turned on. So you can choose whether you want the front or the back. So a lot of options on this guitar. I remember when we first met Brian, he was going over his guitars. He was kind of saying, this is like the one guitar studio deal. You bring this in, like you can have your Gibson sounds, you can have your Strat sounds, Tele sounds, because of the single coil and stuff like that. And I even did it to where like I added everything because I don't have a 3 coil Strat now. I'm like, but I know what they sound like, and this gets pretty fucking close. And I'm like, I don't need to buy one now.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay. And trying, I'm like, oh, well, I don't have a neck humbucker on any of my guitars. Well, I'm like, well, now I do. And then none of my guitars have the middle humbucker. So anyways, just the controls that you can, and tonal options, you could say.
You've gone from no controls
to all of them.
To all of the controls.
It's awesome, Brian.
But now that you've broken it down, I mean, it actually makes sense to me. But when I remember when we were at NAMM, it's loud floor. I'm like listening. I'm like, what?
I'm still
what?
I'm playing it and I'm having a lot of fun. Honestly, really just trying different sounds and trying different like combinations of drives and cleans and just like having fun. I'm like to me it's like it's fun to pick up a guitar and just like let's hear how it sounds. And I'm just playing little different riffs and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah. And kind of cool to have a guitar not custom made to me, but it's like nobody else has this.
Yeah. It's very sweet.
And something so versatile. So
if I would say maybe not nobody, but very few people
have this, I guess, same color and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then so but yeah, he makes a lot of these too, also in this body shape where he just has 2 humbuckers. But I'm like, I think the 3 humbucker is the way to go because I'm like, there's so many options. You can get a lot of sounds out of it. And I remember talking to him about it. It's like, oh, you can have get close to Les Paul sounds out of it, or like Firebird or Firebird Explorer sounds kind of out of it, and then you can some heavier stuff like that, or get the Strat sounds or Tele sounds, kind of like it's like, hey, you can kind of get close to all that stuff, and especially when you're running it through amps and pedals and mics and all that shit like that, it's like it's getting pretty much there. And especially if you're just cutting apart on a record, because he's in kind of more of a Nashville, Tennessee area. Sometimes you're like you're just doing a gig, and so if you're like doing that for the night, this could be a guitar that does all that. Or even just a studio recording session, bring one guitar. Not that I'm a really good guitarist that people would want me to be a studio musician, but in my own head, and I'm like, well, I got my bedroom studio.
Yeah.
And I'll say all that kind of like as an excuse to buy something that I've wanted, that I think I'm like, it's going to help my creativity, okay? So, very, very cool guitar. And like I said, it's, I guess intuitive in the controls once you get into it and you understand it, but I forget it. So I have that screenshot. Let me just pull that up. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I know what I'm doing. So, that was what's new. I think a big one. Yeah. bought something like that in a long time. And then just an update. So I guess probably more things to come the longer that I play it. But yeah, so far so primo. I like it. So and I guess an update. The in-ear monitor board is a success. So I had a
success.
Yeah,
nice,
real nice. I threw all the things together on my old PT3, pedal train board, the giggy one for playing. So it didn't look all that nice, but I wanted to make sure everything worked, and it did. A little rough at the beginning because we were trying to figure out levels. So essentially, there's a level of the monitor box, like how hot you want that to be.
Yeah.
And then it sends it to the headphone amp, figure how hot that is, and then goes into for us, the wireless transmitter has a level, like how much do you want, the input to be, and like look at like when you're recording, you have your gain,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So we're kind of like, at first it sounded like shit. I'm like, oh, good. I'm so glad this worked out. And it's just like, and I can even hear.
Oh, good. All this fucking work and money.
Time and money.
Yeah, I know. I know that feeling. You're like, oh, beautiful.
Beautiful. And it's like, okay, this sounds like just like, it was like staticky. I'm like, fucking God. Damn it. I'm like, okay. We're going to figure it out. It took some time. And then to get the monitor mix like kind of set, and I'm like, okay, it still sounds okay, but it sounds like definitely like totally usable with the wireless packs, but like kind of fuzzy. I'm like staticky kind of deal. I'm like, this could be okay, but I'm like, whatever. If we wanted to have wireless, and then I was like, okay. I was kind of like, while we were fiddling with it, I'm like, looked up the user guide and how to set things differently or whatever. Apparently you can set it to a new, like, it finds the best frequency and band or whatever the hell it is to use.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can, link everything together that way. But it's opposite of what you think, because you use the body pack for your in-ears to find the best source. And
what was that?
The body pack.
Your body pack.
Your body pack.
All right. Sorry.
The body pack is a wonderland.
Body
wonderland. Get some
Zatarang.
But the body pack, you use that to find the best frequency. Because, like your Sennheiser that you have for bass, you use the transmitter. So the bigger thing, like that will find the best frequency, and then you can link the body pack to it. But this is opposite. The body pack finds the best frequency and links the transmitter to it. Like,
nice.
Okay. I didn't know that was okay. And so once we did that, kind of took a break. I'm like, okay, let's try this again. And then Adam and I were like, wow, that's so much clearer. That sounds fucking great. I'm like, I guess this is what happens when you read the manual.
Nice.
We have to find these things and link them together. But it worked out. Adam and I were linked to the same transmitter with our body packs, our in-ears plugged right in. We can control our own volume at a certain point once we got a clear signal. So I wanted it louder or whatever. I just turned it up or down.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. Okay. Brian, he was wired like normal. Sounded fine. He knew how to control it to turn himself up and down because he uses that same headphone amp. And I'm like, this is great. And then now it's like, okay, everything will be wired up. And that way we just plug in one input cable from the front of house, and then one power cable to power the whole thing.
Nice.
And then either we use wireless with the transmitters, or we both just plug in, cables for practice when we, don't need to use wireless because we're not dancing around. But
nice. It makes it so much easier.
Yep. Was able to
no cords.
Get it all on. I got a new pedalboard. So
nice.
for the audio listeners here, this is the GT or the Gator small tour board. So it's a flat board, and then you can see got the pedal power powering everything. So one cable is just going to go into the pedal power, easy peasy, right here. And then power the PSM 300 transmitter from Shure for wireless. If we really wanted to, we can get another body pack. I think it can go up to 4, and Brian could be wireless too. But he's like, I'm not moving. So.
He's not moving. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
you could do it just for ease, if you wanted to buy more batteries.
Yeah. So front of house gives us some, input here. Boom, that goes to the headphone splitter, and then got the TRS cables from Ernie Ball, real nice. Flat cables, easy peasy. And then that goes output number 4 goes to my transmitter. Put the little antenna there, easy.
Nice.
I love it. It's just all plugged up, and I got everything strapped in with the dual lock, so it's pretty sturdy. Not gonna shake it to earthquake test, but gave it a good little tug there. And then I have some cable management with those little zip tie deals. So
nice.
Everything's staying put, and yeah, and then it's in a hard shell case, so we have a little bit of storage underneath that we can put power cable, spare batteries, the body packs, and then also 3 headphone cables.
Nice.
So everything's just one unit, and we bring that. I'm like, man, that's gonna be so easy. So fucking stoked.
What a fucking unit.
Yeah, I'm so fucking stoked. I sent that picture of that board to buddy of ours, Danny King. So he's a drummer here in San Diego. He plays drums with a bunch of bands, but he's also doing with our buddy Osmo. So he's been on the show early on. So he's doing Oz Fontaine, which is kind of their, I don't know, is it vaporwave, lo-fi kind of group or whatever, but there's a lot of synths and tracks and everything going on. So he builds himself an in-ear rig and playback system to work with Austin or Osmo.
Yeah.
And other bands too that he plays with. But it's a big old deal. And I love watching him build, he does a build out or whatever and all the shit that he added. I'm like, I don't know what half that shit does, but I'm like, oh, one day I'm working on this thing. I'm going to show you. He's like, I'm excited to see it. Let me know. And then I sent it to him the other day. He's like, wow, that is pretty smart. He's like, okay, that fits exactly what you guys needed. I'm like, I would have never thought of that. I'm like, yeah, people told me it couldn't be done. And it kind of was like, no, help me, please. Can you help me? No. So, anyways, that's just an update on that board. I'm excited. I guess we'll find out if it's a real success at the show at the Casbah next week. So, could be a real sweet move or a fuck it, his ass. At least we're familiar with that venue, but that should cut down setup time a lot. Because
nice.
We were doing 3 wall warts, cables up the ass, and then even Brian was saying, he's like, oh, I didn't have the proper cables, so I had to use maybe 2 cables hooked together, so there's just...
Oh, yeah. You have an adapter there that you could lose or break or...
Mm-hmm. So
just another fail point.
Fail point, yeah. So, anyways, that's my what's news. I got a guitar, and then just the board is it's together. It lives. So
nice.
Let's do a topic, and then we'll head on out of here. So this is one that so the year, we have another month, but the year's coming to an end. So we're kind of getting to the end of 2023 and welcoming in 2024. So I would say, there's still another month to live, more stuff to buy probably. Who knows? But it made me think of what are your top 3 gear purchases this year? And then as a bonus, what's the worst purchase this year? Maybe we'll go top 3 best ones, and then we'll go worst ones for back and forth, and we'll go worst ones for each of us. So
all right, top 3.
Yeah.
You want to do top 3 first? So you said?
Yeah, let's do that.
I would have to say are we going off of just what's good or good best deals or what are we talking about here?
Up to you. What's your favorite? What's to you, or your best scores, whatever you want to, however you want to preface it.
I would say the HX Stomp is the number 1.
As much
starting
shit
off with number 1 first,
as Tone Jerks have talked about Line 6 and the HX Stomp stuff.
Yeah.
Or HX stuff. from either friends.
We're growing here, we're growing.
Either personal experience or we've had friends who tour and their experience and sharing it on the show. HX Stomp is still an awesome pedal.
It's still pretty sick, yeah. So, I got one of those for $300.
Yeah, good deal.
Out the door.
Yeah,
it's a good deal, and it's it's a digital pedal. So I guess like if the switches work on everything and everything that works on the inside, it's not like a one trick pony. Oh, all right, here's a distortion. Cool. It's like. It is everything in there, which is awesome.
It's all the amps, the speakers, the effects,
Yeah. Which is cool, and the customizability of it, which is really cool. And such a small package, like you would, I'm sure there's more that you can do in like your fractals and your Kempers and stuff, where it has like your model. You can actually take like you take a pedal and model it or whatever. Yeah.
So
you can't do that in this, but damn, you don't fucking need to.
Yeah.
Yamaha owns everything.
Yeah.
So they own so many different brands. Yeah. They fold it in, So they have Ampegs in there. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So
that's
number one.
Really good one, yeah.
Number two. Shit, I would say the PV-T60 was, I think, a cool buy that I got.
That's a guitar,
the
right?
guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-string. Definitely. It's a great sounding guitar. It's still really heavy. It's like a manhole cover.
Around your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a pound less than the T40. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
What did you do, PV, to make this so heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like
there's a metal insert.
Yeah, just make sure
there's a mercury inside there.
Make sure you don't float away.
Yeah.
So well, because that was one too, you were kind of like little, bit of a journey on that one. Well, it's like you kind of put a down payment, and then it took time for you to like to get raise the funds to get out of Hawk, kind of.
Yeah, I could have gone and just paid it all, but like you have
a house and shit.
You're
trying to be responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else?
What
else did I freaking get? Dang, I didn't think about a third one. I thought we were doing like one thing. How about you go ahead on your three best ones, and I'll think of my third one.
So my first one here is just a cop out. It's that board. All the pieces to get it and to put pieces together. I guess the things that I did buy on it were just the Ernie Ball cables, stereo cables, flat ones. Very cool. I bought the board itself, that G Tour case, which is cool. We'll see how long like that look lasts, but it's very clean and it has like the red, locks on it. It has the red handles. I'm like, this just looks cool. It makes me want to get the Diodario power cable to match the red on the tour case. Anyways, but maybe the case itself, but also the only thing I really bought for it is the Rolls little input, monitor box. But yeah, I think just the fact that I got it done. We've been talking about it since last year. We even have like a little working document that the band has, and that was on the top of the list since November of last year. Yeah, because I was just researching. I didn't know what to get, and I don't know what would work, and I didn't want to like spend money on something that, like, what if it was wrong? But to me, I'm like, I really didn't spend that much more money on it because I already had the most expensive part is that Shure transmitter. That whole system was like $1,200.
Jesus.
And the body packs, it's like all that shit. But hey, it's working, and I'm like, yes, we did it. So that's a cop out as the first one. So I don't know if you could say the board itself, I don't know, is a good purchase. Who knows? The little Ernie Ball cables is a good purchase. So anyways, that's my number one. And then, or at least the first one. And then my Origin Effects Cali 76 bass comp.
Yeah.
One of the most expensive bass compressors pedals that you can get. And for good reason, because it sounds way better. It legit sounds so much better. The whole setup is like 3 pedals. So I have a tuner, I have that bass comp, and then it goes into the dark glass. I was using something similar. I love it. I actually want to get one of my own. I was using your Sans amp, which is you know, thank you for it. That helped me get through gigs. But that, and then I was using my MXR little mini bass comp, and then a tuner. That was the same basic, setup, but I'm like, I upgraded everything. And then to me, for my sound, it's way better. The thing is, I can give you my board and you'd be like,
is this the compact bass or is this the...
Or...
It says compact. I'm just looking up right now. It says compact bass compressor for the Origin Effects Cali 76. Is that the one?
Could be. Let's see.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Nice.
Studio grade.
Damn.
Class
it's like
A.
360.
Yeah, it's up there. It is. And I just bought it earlier, maybe around April. And I'm like, well, I've always wanted this thing. Let's give it a shot. And when I played it, I'm like, wow, okay. And I even went to band practice, and Brian's like, would you get something new? Because that sounds really like, it sounds like a recorded bass. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, got this thing. He's like, oh, that's really nice. And I'm like, well.
Yeah, it is nice when something that you obviously spent a shitload of money on, it actually cuts through.
Yeah. And it does the job and really well. So I know, some people are like, I never play with a compressor. I'm like, well, I think having one would help, but and to me, I like it, but I'm like, having this one, I'm like, it really helps. I love it. It's just an always on, and it sounds great. And it's also a feel kind of thing or whatever. And then as my third one, I want to, I do want to say the Nutter or even my Orange 85, but I haven't had those that long, maybe a couple weeks, and then maybe 3 weeks on the other one, usable, And I'm like, I like them both. They're both awesome, but they would be, I don't know. I mean, they're great. They're great. I don't know. It's like, honestly, so I talked so much about the Nutter, so I'm going to sneak one in here. My Mogami 30-foot double right angle cable. I hope that's not disrespectful to the Nutter, but like I said, those are don't fit in the criteria just yet. For at least the game that we're doing here. But that Mogami cable, it feels nice. It's nice to wrap up, and like I said, Will played it compared to a live wire cable. He's like, wow, this is so much clearer. Like, louder? Can a cable make something louder? I'm like, I don't know. And also,
some say.
And then he didn't notice. I'm like, oh, it's double right angle. So going into an amp, it's a little tougher. But I'm like, I'm always going into a board first. So for me, in my setup, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Down to the last minute detail. Like, I've had nice cables before. Like, I've had them, the sinusoid ones, that were made. And then the BTPA, the Bestronics ones. Those are great. But even just getting a Mogami, because that's always been like the top of the echelon cable, best stuff that you can just get from like Sweetwater Guitar Center kind of deal.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm like, oh, this just is a great cable. So I'm happy to have it. It feels great, and it's just fits the need and it fits the Motonder bass too. So I always love right angle cables, but just that kind of bullet jack or whatever that's on the Motonder never agrees with any of my other right angle cables, but it does the Mogami. So that's gonna be my third one.
Thanks, Mogami.
Yeah,
nice. So. All right, I thought my third one. So, and this is based on, the deal that I acquired for it. I guess I totally forgot about it, but it's the CE2 that I got for $40.
Oh yeah, you got a second one.
Yeah, and the paint's not great. Like, you can kind of see if I probably should need to do some cleanup on this aluminum. Let me see if I can stop it from reacting or whatever's going on with it. But $40 for a working CE2.
Oof.
Paint doesn't look that gray on it, but damn,
Let me borrow
Could
that.
just be a studio pedal. Huh? You want to borrow it?
How about fuck off? How about that, pal?
I don't, and I'm not sure what label it is, which sucks. I don't know if it's a green label or if it's a black label.
But still, for $40.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's Japanese, though. It's still a Japanese one.
Mm-hmm. That's very cool. So, yeah, no, that's definitely, yeah. I forgot that you got that.
Yeah, I was like, I got a good deal on something else. Let me see.
Yeah, so it was a good year, I'd say, for both of us, year-wise. Even, like, to me, I'm like, oh, I didn't buy a lot of stuff. But I'm like, no, wait, I did. I was even looking through, because we want to keep a long TRS cable, like a quarter-inch TRS, in our monitor pedal board case. I was like, oh, I guess I'll buy one. That made me think of like, oh, Rattlesnake sells them. I should buy one from Rattlesnake. And then I'm like, started going through my cables, and I'm like, wait, I have a 25-foot TRS cable
for your acoustic.
No, just for, I think it was for the acoustic. Actually, you're right. And then I'm like, well, I'm not playing that thing out, and I need to gut that and take it to a shop and put a new preamp in there. But anyway, so I'm like, well, I'll just keep that in the case. I was going to buy something, and I'm like, I guess I don't really need to. Which sucks, because I do eventually want to get some Rattlesnake cables, but I'm like, I can save money now, because I bought a guitar and an amp. I didn't, plan on, really.
What else? I also got that mic, that Shure mic, for a really good price, too.
Yeah, and that's still at your place.
Yeah, it's still here. I mean, it's technically yours, but, I did score that, because I'm a fucking deal maker.
Yeah, goddamn. I forgot. I always forget about that, but I'm like, oh, yeah, shit, I have another SM7.
Still in its box. Yeah, SM7 in its box. Just replace the freaking foam on it.
Yeah, get new foam. And you're good to go.
Get new foam. Yeah, if that foam costs like $200, then we didn't make a deal on it.
Yeah,
but
I think it'll be. Getting a sure.
I got for 120 or 130 or something, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. Out the door.
Damn, good deal.
Yeah. Can you think of what the worst gear that you bought this year?
Well, just because of the headache and the pain that's caused me right now, and we'll see. Things might be looking up, but it's that amp I just bought has been probably the worst thing I bought all year.
The PV?
The PV Stereo Chorus 400.
Yeah.
Which is different than the PV Stereo Chorus 212.
Yeah.
Or the Stereo Chorus Power Pack. Okay, they all have different foot switches, and that's the reason why. I will have to take this to a shop. It's scratchy pots and stuff, but I can't even check if the other channels work or not because there's no foot switch.
So you're like, I bought something that's now a chore.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool.
Stupid.
But you're also
stupid of me.
Yeah.
Should have waited. I should have done more research first. Yeah. And I should have played it in the shop, but it was like, it's a pawn shop. I don't really want to like do some freaking John Mayer in there because I don't want to put anyone to shame. But no, I probably should have played it.
Yeah. But it's not like you lost your ass on it or whatever.
No, because I could sell it still for probably the same price and be like, oh yeah, no foot switch, good luck.
Yeah. I'm sure you could find those real easy.
Yeah, pal. You can find them anywhere.
Oh, they're fucking.
Yeah, you could do the 212. Yeah, no other foot switch fits it.
You can't shake a stick without finding one of these foot switches, pal. So good luck.
Why don't you have one?
I don't know. And then like he takes it and you just speed off. Tires squealing.
Take the money. I just force the transaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now it's that amp, but
you just pull up your shirt and you have a little bit of nickel around your belt. And I'm like, why don't you fucking buy this amp, pal? And he does too. He's like, I don't know about that one, partner. You're like, shit. I forgot. I'm in Texas.
Yeah, you forget. I'm sure everyone carries in your daily or I guess interactions here. I try not to think about it, Yeah.
Your EDC when you go to Buc-ee's. You just got a fucking shoddy on your back.
Yeah. No, there are places that say you can't take firearm in, and usually those are places like schools, unless you're allowed to.
Yeah, well, no shit. Yeah, makes sense.
I think you can carry on like some of the campuses here.
Okay.
Like college campuses, but Bars, anywhere where there's like alcohol.
Yeah,
you can't.
You wouldn't want to really carry while drinking.
No,
anyways.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just in the liability. Yeah, I get it. Anyways,
my worst is...
What was yours?
This is another cop-out. The worst one, and it's all my fault. So I guess partly like yours, the gear is not the problem. It's me. I'm this guy right here.
Why are you like this?
Yeah. I didn't do enough research, and I was too excited. Pulled the trigger, got that Shocks DC7 power supply.
Yeah.
A real fucking on paper great one, and it's going to force me to build another board.
Yes.
So just the fact that I'm like, oh, I didn't need to get it, whatever. So I was thinking about, because I have that PT3 pedal train board, and I kind of want to just make that a massive, like, mothership type board, but I don't think this would be enough to power tons of pedals. So I might get another power supply. But the thing is, I have 2 power supplies currently that I'm not using. So I have the ISO 5 from Voodoo Labs, and then I have that DC7. They're both just in their boxes. But I do know
I totally feel you, bro. I got my mini ISO brick, and then I got my regular
DC
brick.
Yeah.
Just chain these together.
I
can power anything.
Yeah. So it's not the gear's fault. It's not Sweetwater's fault. It's my fault, because I thought, like, I could power the fucking Shure transmitter with this. No, you can't. So, hey, that's the worst gear that I bought, because I bought something I don't need and I won't need for the near future. But I think I will just start, like I said, like I have pedals I'm not using that aren't on boards, that aren't, foreseeable future going to be on boards. But let's throw them all on a giant PT3 board and make it heavy, and just so I can do my Dance Revolution when I'm in my room with my colored lights, and I'm just
I wanna dance.
And then I can just get all the sounds out of the nutter with a giant board, and just be like, oh my god, I'm fucking guitar virtuoso, dude.
All good, dude. Listen to me fucking rip.
Just playing
ripping heaters in your
god,
studio.
Get a couple Bernies and screaming CZs, dude.
Yeah.
The Coke Zeros. Oh, I told you.
Wearing your shades, have a fog machine going.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. This sounds amazing.
Just have a cig in my mouth. Just fucking.
Yeah. You're not even smoking. No, not even lit cig.
They're just for practice drags, though.
Yeah, these are my. Yeah, I'm practice dragging right now.
These are practice drags. I don't even light it. I just like to have it.
Oh, I don't ever inhale. I just get it in my mouth. Using my, like a cigar.
Like a cigar. I never inhale cigarettes.
I do not inhale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tastes like cigarettes. All right. That was fun. Let's get on out of here. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. We're having fun over here. Apologize that we missed a week there, but we're, getting back to it.
Trying to make it up to you guys, all right?
Yeah, trying to
be happy about it.
Trying to. Next week may also be late because I have a gig on our normal recording night. So,
God damn it!
Oh shit!
Fucking get me out of here. We're done.
We're done.
Pull a lavalier off, like
interview's over.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll figure it out. We'll always make it work, So, if you like the show, you can follow along on social media. We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook group linked in the description. You can search the Tone Jerks, and I think you'll find it. But there's a page. I'll like it if you want. It's just a landing page for all the links. And then we're on YouTube. Link in the description as well. I think it's YouTube/the Tone Jerks. So give us a sub over there. Some of those episodes are video episodes, and then they sometimes surprisingly do really well. So maybe this is gonna be one of those. But hey, give us a sub over there. Eventually, we're gonna start doing some other content besides podcast videos. But subscribe and notify me. Hit that bell. And then we're on Instagram at the Tone Jerks, posting cool shit over there. And then if you really like the show, you can help support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra. Damn it! I almost got through it. If you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode extra. Read all about it. You get an extra episode every week, and even this week you're gonna get 2. So because we missed last week, so you still get, if you divide it up, divide and conquer there, extra episode every week. And then you get the whole back catalog of all the bonus episodes over there. There's tons. There's probably, I don't know, would you say maybe, I don't know, 1 billion hours of content over there?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Well, at least.
Maybe
at least 4.
Maybe a gajillion.
Yeah. At least a Brazilian.
Yeah. There's probably, a good amount over there on patreon.com. And then, just for the support, we want to give you all a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, you got a list over there?
I got it right here.
Why don't you give it to me?
I have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove and Synth Project Red 4. I have Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Nicholas Payson, Nicholas Ogburn, Doug King, Doug Chris from 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. I have Joe from the Like My Network, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me podcast. I have Will Lehue from Just Surprise Me, Energy Weapon, and Sharing Maps. We got Tony DeGraw from Texas State Boggle Champs. We got R.J. Smith from Teletalks. Dave, blah, 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 blah. I was doing pretty good until I got to Jamie Davis. I'll just call him Davey.
Yeah.
I don't know why. No, Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum, Kevin Equitz from Equitz Guitars, Co Schneider from the band Night Tides from Tennessee. Tennessee.
No,
there are lots of tents there.
He's the only 10 I see.
Yeah, damn it. Dude, he's not from there. The band is from there.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if the band is from there. But, that's where they play a lot.
He could get it.
Could get it.
Your face, you're like, what the fuck? I'm like, but yeah.
We got Alvaro Viramontes and Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars. Mm-hmm. Great guitars, by the way. So great. Brian bought one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go. Check that out.
Yeah. You ever seen one of these, bitch? That's what you pointed to it. Check this out, bitch.
Hey, hey folks, you seen this? You heard about this?
You hear about this?
You seen this?
Nutter Guitars are pretty fucking cool. Mm-hmm. We have Mel Chips. You need to get a Chipson guitar now. Mel Chipson of Chipson Guitars. Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop. Sean Fahey from the band Shadowhounds out of San Antonio. Yeah. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects and How to Fucking Solder on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig. Denny Wackton. Zach Hale. Eric Merrill from YouTube and Instagram. Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast. Mm-hmm. My voice is getting more sultry as we go along here.
Yeah.
And that's why we get Matthew Fenslaw.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
Oh, yeah. As my congestion comes back. Mm-hmm. Dim the lights, light a candle.
As I struggle to breathe.
Yeah, as I struggle to breathe.
Just less oxygen going to your brain. You're like, oh, man. This is awesome. This is awesome.
I just fall back.
Yeah.
We got Matthew Davis, mm-hmm. Chase Stevens, and Pete from over there. And that's our beautiful list. Thank you, all you beautiful party people. I hate when people say party people. Yeah. Actually,
really gets you that much, huh?
Well, there's a dude I watch on YouTube, mm-hmm. and that's his intro. Hello, party people. I'm like, dude, it's not 2008 anymore.
Well, that might be like his
party people in the house. Whatever that song is.
That wasn't even close to what it was, but
what is the song? I don't know.
I think it's Party Rock is in the house tonight.
Oh, Party Rock is in the house tonight. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.